Okay, we're 1 mile in from the parking lot, and we want to go towards the Mica Peak viewpoint, 4.7 miles. So don't go straight, or you'll end up in the Cedar Grove and do the Liberty Lake Loop. You take a right when you get to this and follow this over the creek to the horse trail. Midsummer and the creek is running low. All right, we have come to the bottom of the Edith Hansen riding trail, and we're about to start up a very steep grade. It goes for about 1 mile, and then we will get to the cutoff from the Liberty Lake Loop. There's a right-hand cutoff that heads up to Mica Peak. So this is probably the steepest, hardest part of the trail, the next 1 mile. One hour in. Gone 2.6 miles and 833 feet of elevation gain. Now to take the cutoff, lower loop, Liberty Lake Loop is to the left here, and the road to Mica Peak is to the right. Next stop will be the mud puddle, what we call it, although probably not much mud up there right now. It's been pretty dry. Anyway, we'll check with you up there. Here we are, an hour and a half in, 3.72 miles and 1437 elevation gain, and this is what they call the mud puddle. If you take a left, if you go straight down there, you are on the Liberty Lake Upper Loop, and if you head this way, you're going to Mica Peak. Some nice person was just so nice to put a little arrow there. That is perfect. Gotta like it. So we're an hour and a half in, and half the work is done. We'll see you at the hairpin turn. Alright, here we are at the hairpin turn. Why did we call it the hairpin turn? Looks like there's an old logging road that heads off to the right, but all of a sudden you're going up a steep little grade, and then it goes 180 degrees from the trail you just walked up. So it's definitely a marker to be noted. And now we hit a nice little flat area, and then another really steep area. And what do you know? Moose poop! There's moose poop, all right. Haven't seen any moose, but they're here. All right, we just arrived at the parking lot. Well, why do we call it the parking lot? Well, it's huge open area. When you've come from a forested tiny path and you get this big open area, we named it the parking lot. When you first get here, there's a trail that goes off to the left, which is not on the map. and it goes to the front of Round Mountain in Idaho. And there's a second trail that does show on the map. This is the parking lot, by the way. Huge open area. Second trail, there is a path that shows going off a little ways, and it's not there. There's no path there. We GPS'd it and it's just not there. So continuing straight, we go up more. We're almost to the most beautiful ridge you can imagine. But at the parking lot, we've come 5.25 miles, and we've ascended almost 2,300 feet. So I'll keep going. Yeah, this is a good workout. I'm liking it. All right, we're at 5.92 miles in. We've gone 2590 elevation gain, and this is the split off, a little side trip you can take to Mica View. We'll do that on the way home. I think we're gonna do a beeline to the top of Mica Peak. We'll just keep going. We're just reaching the beautiful ridge, and I don't know how to describe it. All the work to get up here is worth walking this ridge, so I'll try to give you a little viewpoint of that too. The ridge walk at 4,700 feet. So nice and level. Beautiful forests on both sides, drop off occasional view. All the work to get up here is worth it for this one little mile or so stretch. It is just so gorgeous. And my favorite, Indian paintbrush. Just love that stuff. The Mica Peak summit now in sight. Of course, another 400 feet of elevation gain. Sorry. Another 400 feet of elevation gain to finish it off. Always leave the best for last. We're getting close now, and it's a nice view. All right, last couple of feet. FAA radar tower. Three hours and 30 minutes. Alright, who said old guys can't do this? Yep, I like it. That's what I'm talking about. You bet. 7.4 miles and 3,052 feet of elevation gain. Yowzer. Well, I summited and now I'm at my favorite clear cut right north of the summit. Opens up a tremendous vista. Whole Spokane Valley and Rathdrum Prairie. Unfortunately, it's very smoky today and can't really see it in its full glory, but still mighty fine. Okay, I've summited. I've come back across the ridge. And right now we're back at that cutoff I told you about earlier for the Mica Peak view. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Hopefully there'll be a nice place to sit down so I can take a break, have a little lunch before I do my other handful of miles to get back. Trust me, I'll be looking for a nice shady spot. And voila! It's Mica view. In a funky little stone hut made by them Boy Scouts. Very nice. So there's the Mica view. And a nice look at Liberty Lake. And now for the nice trip down this hill. Got 11 miles in. Another 4 or 5 miles should get us back. And it's been a pretty nice hike. We'll see you in a little bit.